Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. I would like to acknowledge and thank our orchestra students who played in the front lobby as you arrived, and the members of the senior chorale who will sing our national anthem and Alma Mater. Following tradition, we wish to send our appreciation to the parents who have worked all year to provide a safe project graduation celebration for our graduates this evening. Thank you all for being a part of this very important event. And at this time, would everyone please stand in recognition of the Cinco Ranch High School graduating class of 2017.
Please be seated. Hello, my name is Michael Sporkin, and I'm honored to... My name is Michael Sporkin, and I'm honored to welcome you to the Leonard E. Merrill Center on this exciting afternoon. We have gathered to acknowledge the accomplishments of the class of 2017 and to celebrate our graduation. In order for everyone to enjoy the ceremony and for each graduate to receive proper recognition, we are requesting the following from our family and friends. Please turn off all cell phones and electronic devices. Please refrain from using air horns, bells, whistles, or other artificial noisemakers. Please remain seated for the duration of the ceremony, except for emergencies. Please refrain from talking during the ceremony. And after the ceremony concludes, please proceed to meet your graduate at the north or west entrance. At this time, we celebrate our completion of high school. Let us take a moment to silently reflect on this memorable occasion, the achievements that have brought us to this point, and what we hope to accomplish for the future.
Please stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance to the United States and the Texas Pledge. And please remain standing. Thank you. Thank you. And please remain standing for the national anthem in our Alma Mater, which will be sung by the Cinco Ranch Chorale Seniors under the direction of Miss Dorothy Wilson. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now the Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? O CRHS, we pledge to honor and be faithful to you. Your colors and your spirit will lead us with pride. We proudly wear maroon. We proudly wear white. Our best effort is our goal. Oh, Cinco, here's our pledge to stay firm and strong for our alma mater, hail Cinco Rhs.
Please be seated.
All right. At this time, it is certainly my pleasure to introduce our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Lance Hent.
Thank you, Mr. Cross. It is an honor to be here with the Cinco Ranch High School class of 2017. At this time, I'd like to introduce our platform guests, beginning with the Katy ISD Board of Trustees. I'd ask that they all please stand when they are announced. I'd also ask that the audience please hold your applause until all are standing. Our School Board President, Ms. Ashley Vann. School Board Vice President, Ms. Courtney Doyle. School Board Trustee, Ms. Rebecca Fox. School Board Trustee, Mr. Brian Mahalski. School Board Trustee, Mr. George Scott. And School Board Trustee, Mr. Bill Lacey. Now I would like to present my executive cabinet. I'd ask that they please stand when their name is called. And again, audience, I would ask if you'd please hold your applause until all are standing. Deputy Superintendent, Mr. Ken Gregorski. General Counsel, Mr. Justin Graham. Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Chris Smith. Chief Operations Officer, Mr. Lee Cruz. And Area 2 Assistant Superintendent, Mr. Jeff Stocks. Thank you. At this time, I'll turn the program over to Mr. Cross to continue the graduation ceremony.
All right, it is my pleasure to introduce members of the CRHS faculty who are joining us on stage today. Same thing, audience, if you will please hold your applause till all people are standing. I would appreciate that. We have Miss Patty Smith, Associate Principal, Miss Tammy Lawrence, Senior Class Assistant Principal, Mr. Doug Dudash, Professional Educator, Mr. Ed Larson, Professional Educator, Miss Amy McConnell, Professional Educator, and Miss Dorothy Wilson, Professional Educator. I'd like to thank them all for being here today to celebrate this wonderful occasion with our class. And as we celebrate our graduation this afternoon, I do want to take a moment to remember two of our fallen Cougs, Rhs Honeycutt and Tara Kabbalah. In honor of the impact of their lives on their friends and families, Cinco Ranch High School is placing the following books in the Cinco Ranch High School Library: Trombone Shorty by Troy Andrews for Rhs and Five Love Languages by Gary Chapman for Tara. These books will have a special in-memory plate on the front flyleaf, and we are adding Rhs and Tara's name as keyword search from the online catalog. And we're honored to have their families in attendance with us this afternoon, and thank you for being here. And we'd like to now pause a moment of silence to honor Rhs Honeycutt and Tara Kabbalah. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce Tiffany Yu to address the graduates as the 2017 CRHS Salutatorian.
Salutations. I had a dream that I would graduate from high school as salutatorian. Nobody pinch me. 12 years ago, I watched as my sister gave her valedictorian address. I'm not going to lie, I don't remember a single word of it. Sorry, sister. I just remember thanking my lucky stars that that wasn't me up there. Flash forward 12 years, and I realized I had spoken too soon. I really should have gone for rank 3. I was stumped on ideas on what to talk about. I wanted my speech to be memorable, but not in the way that would cause it to become a meme for years to come. Like any teen my age, I consulted the internet. I rewatched Troy Bolton's graduation speech from High School Musical, then contemplated rallying my fellow classmates for a flash mob performance of We're All in This Together. Literally anything to get me out of writing and giving this speech today. After much procrastination, I decided it was time to get my head in the game and work this speech out. In my search for something memorable, I stumbled upon this perfectly fitting quote from Reba McEntire. To succeed in life, you need 3 things: a wishbone, a backbone, and a funny bone. Wishbone. I recall on my final day of 8th grade, my English teacher had us write a letter to our future selves. She told us to write about what we saw for ourselves in the future and that she'd mail us these letters upon our completion of high school. Yesterday, I received this letter in the mail. Optimistic 8th grade me wrote, Tiffany, I hope you graduated as valedictorian and plan on going to your dream school, Stanford. Ouch, double whammy. Neither happened. Though I must admit I did get close on one. Plans change, things happen. While I did not fulfill my 8th grade hopes for myself, those dreams set a precedent for my next 4 years. They motivated me to work harder to strive to achieve those goals. They taught me that it's always better to dream big so that even if you come up short, you won't be too far off. Backbone. Senior year was tough. I went home every day saying that I wanted to drop out, resign, or retire. Saying I just can't deal with the stress of college applications, research papers, Rube Goldberg projects, musical reviews, unit folders, and AP tests. No thank you. My parents, however, called me out on those bluffs, which is probably why I'm standing before you today. At last, I can officially resign as a high school student. Let my speech serve as my formal resignation letter. We have survived a lot together, struggling to combat senioritis and dredging through those final days to get here today, finally graduating from high school. Our journey was not easy. It was filled with sleepless nights, bonding over the ever-increasing levels of procrastination, tears, sweat, and pain, but we can all successfully say that we've made it. If we stay the course and push through in the face of adversity, we'll all get there together, and we did. Funny bone. What fun is life if we can't laugh at our own stupidity? Remember freshman year when we thought we had it rough and how we panicked after that first biology test? Oh, how naive we were back then. As we reflect upon our experiences, mistakes, and failures, we have to keep in mind how far we've come since then. Every setback becomes trivial in the grand scheme of life, so long as we keep moving, evolving, and learning from our past. Remember the time I rapped my class officer speech and still didn't win? No? Good, because you really shouldn't. I laugh about it now, but that cringy rap helped give me the courage to speak to you today. Because literally nothing I say now can be worse than that. Your less than glorious moments will soon be out of sight. Don't let them drag you down. Instead, let them shape you to be better in the future. Every day, we were all in this together. As we are breaking free and going our own way to the start of something new, I want to encourage you to want it all, continue to bop to the top, and recognize that we're just getting started. Good luck to everyone, and thank you.
on stage. At this time, we would like to invite the top 10 students to approach the stage to my left with Miss Willie. Hello, my name is Nicholas Machado, and I am the senior class president. I would like to introduce the senior class officers. Colton Mandel, vice president. Juliana Buttenbaum, secretary. Christopher Pappas, treasurer. And finally, Jenny Gower, historian. Serving as your class officers this year has been our privilege. We wish each of you much happiness and success in all of your future endeavors. Dr. Hint, I would like to invite you forward as the Katy Independent School District Superintendent to accept our senior class gifts. It is with great pleasure that the Cinco Ranch High School senior class of 2017 presents the following gifts of service to the Cinco Ranch High School. We will be updating the school tardy station system by providing a more functional and expedient program, computers, and printers. A donation will be made to the Principals Fund to help with activities and programs as needed in order to serve not only the student body at CRHS, but also the faculty and staff. The purchase of 4 new benches will be made to complete the need in the rotunda. In addition, a donation will be made to the incoming freshman class for startup money and to the class of 2017 reunion fund. And as is tradition at Cinco Ranch High School, the senior class hosted the end of the year teacher luncheon as a token of our appreciation for preparing our hearts and minds to be productive and joyful citizens. We will also purchase a framed copy of our class vision statement, as read by Jenny Gower and Desmond Johnson, members of our Senior Principals Advisory Council. Thank you.
"32 members of our senior class were given the task of writing a vision statement based on our core values to articulate what a desired future for our class would be. Would the members of the Senior Principal Advisory Council please stand at this time to be recognized for your efforts? Desmond Johnson will now read our vision statement.
Cinco Ranch has redefined us as more than just students in the classroom. In the last 4 years, together we have shaped and taught each other to embrace our differences. As we've explored our extracurriculars, coursework, and school community, we've discovered new facets of ourselves. We believe our classmates will pursue their true passions, not for monetary or social gain, but instead to strive to push ourselves to new heights with our incessant work ethic while not losing our core values. We expect our graduating class will boldly say they have done what they love as they innovate and seek answers to the unknown, break barriers, inspire others, and leave their footprint in this world. Here's to the past 4 years and years to come. We are the class of 2017. Thank you.
Dr. Hint, we would be honored if you would accept these gifts from the class of 2017. Thank you very much, all of y'all. I love you all.
Well, I think they love you too, Nick. Let me say thank you to the senior class. What an honor it is to be standing here with all of you today. It is truly a privilege to accept the gifts bestowed on all our future Cougar. Thank you for your generosity. Each day you walk through the doors of Cinco Ranch High School, you were reminded to be the legacy. Today I'm proud to say that all of you sitting here today, you are the legacy. At this time, I'll turn the program back over to Mr. Cross to continue the graduation ceremony. And again, thank you and congratulations.
At this time, I would like to invite Rebecca Fox and Brian Mahalski of the Katy ISD Board of Trustees to come forward to recognize our top 10 graduates.
Good afternoon. Wow, you guys are very impressive, and we are very proud. Congratulations. It is Mr. Mahalski and the entire board, it is our honor to introduce to you your top 10. Number 10, Jamie Liang 10. Jamie's GPA is 4.6842, and she's going to Rice University. Her parents are Zemin Tan and Haiyan Zan. Please stand to be recognized. Her activities include band, Future Business Leaders of America, Science National Honor Society, National Honor Society, Mu Alpha Theta, National Chinese Honor Society, and she's a volunteer at CAP, the Citizens for Animal Protection. Congratulations, Jamie Tan. Number 9, Shawn Bow No. Shawn's GPA is 4.6852, and he's going to Baylor. His parents are Con No and Susan Lee. And Grandmom's waving too. You showed her love too, right, Shawn? Congratulations. He has been awarded scholarships, the Regents Gold Scholarship, the Invitation to Excellence Scholarship, and he's a National Merit Finalist. He's also been very involved at Cinco as a Base 2 section leader in Varsity Chorale, Vice President of Tutoring in Mu Alpha Theta. He enjoys working out with his Baylor buddy number 6, and he works at a family practice in Bel Air. Congratulations, Shawn No. Number 8, Sabrina Claire Hodgins. Her GPA is 4.7143, and she's going to the Wharton School of Business at the University of Pennsylvania. Wow. She's been really busy as a Cougar. Her parents, please be recognized. Paul and Stacy Hodgins. Congratulations. She's been very involved as a Cougar in the Texas Future Business Leaders of America, the Science National Honor Society, Spanish National Honor Society, Mu Alpha Theta, National Honor Society, and volunteering with the Habitat for Humanity and the Children's Miracle Network. Congratulations, Sabrina Hodgins. Number 7, Amal M. Patel. Amal's GPA is 4.7258, and he's going to the California Institute of Technology, what we call Caltech. His parents are Milind Patel and Bharti Patel. He's been involved, he's the Quiz Bowl president, National Chemistry Olympiad national finalist. He's an Eagle Scout, Science Olympiad, and the National Honor Society. We're very proud of you, Amal Patel. Number 6, Aiden Roy Gedemy. Aiden's GPA is 4.7273, and he's going to Baylor University. His parents are Glenn and Jessica Gedemy. His scholarships include the President's Gold Scholarship from Baylor, a music scholarship from Baylor, and an Invitation to Excellence Scholarship. He's been very involved in the Houston Youth Symphony, the Cinco Symphony, Houston Youth Symphony Chamber Music, Music to Heal, Mu Alpha Theta, Spanish Honor Society, numerous music camps and festivals during the summertime, and working out with his Baylor buddy number 9. Congratulations, Aiden Gedemy. Number 5, Sarah Keough Albertson. Her GPA is 4.7407, and she's going to Harvey Mudd College. Her parents are Jim and Kim Halverson. She's awarded the National Merit Chevron Scholarship. Her activities are Club Officer for Visionaries and Inventors of Tomorrow, High School Cross Country for all 4 years, French, Math, Science Honor Societies. She plays the piano, and one of her activities is explaining what Harvey Mudd College is. Congratulations, Sarah Halverson. Number 4, Nurmit Shah. Nurmit's GPA is 4.7581, and he's going to Georgia Tech. His parents are Nemish and Shilpa Shah. He's been very involved in robotics, scouting team lead, Future Business Leaders of America, and VIT. Congratulations, Nurmit Shah. Number 3, Alyssa Wu. Alyssa's GPA is 4.7742, and she's going to the University of Texas at Austin. Her parents are Chonghua Wu and Xiaochen Meng. She's been awarded the National Science Scholarship, and her activities, she was the president of the robotics team. That robotics club is pretty popular and famous at Cinco Ranch High School, right? Yeah, we love that. Team captain for the academic decathlon, also incredible. National Honor Society, the Dean's List semifinalist, and a National Merit finalist. Congratulations, Alyssa Wu. Aren't y'all so impressed, right? I'm just like, wow. Every time I turn the page, I'm like, wow, some more. She's not just a great speech writer or speech giver. She's also your salutatorian number 2, Tiffany Chen Yu. With a GPA of 4.7937, right? She's going to Dartmouth. Wow. Her parents are Jen and Audrey Yu. She's been involved in the National Honor Society officer, class officer, secretary, and vice president, Future Business Leaders of America, the Science Olympiad Robotics, the Academic Octathlon. She does ballet. She's been involved in art. She likes fashion design. She's a student at the Museum of Fine Arts Houston's Glassell School of Art, and she's an Apple application developer. We need help with our Apple products. Congratulations, Tiffany Yu. I love how popular all the top 10 are and how widely spread across our country our fantastic Cinco Ranch graduates are. You all are going to represent us so very proudly across our nation. Our valedictorian is going to Princeton. Please, Tricia Madavon. Her GPA is 4.8065, and her very proud family is here, Raghu and Swati Madhavan. She's received the National Merit Scholarship, and while here in Cinco, she was a researcher for Zika biosensors and environmental studies, sharing work with Intel and Siemens science fairs. She's the president of Mu Alpha Theta, president of the Science National Honor Society, president of the VIT, the Visionaries and Inventors of Tomorrow, and member of the UIL science team. She's a volunteer technician at Project Cure and an English teacher, eco-agricultural farmhand with Maxim Nibble in Costa Rica. She's an advocate for public policy initiatives, a pianist for 13 years, and a trombonist for 7. When she has any free time, she binge watches The Office reruns. Congratulations, Tricia Madhavan. Your top 10, Cougars!
Well, at this point, it's time to hear from our valedictorian. So, Tricia, if you'll make your way back up, I'll let you get a drink of water real quick. I know how that goes. If you'll make your way back up, she's going to deliver some what I know will be wonderful remarks as well. Welcome, Tricia, back to the podium.
When we seek knowledge, the answers we discover are only as good as the questions we ask. An old story shows this best. A king introduced 3 blind men to an elephant and asked them, "What is the elephant like?" The blind men began touching the elephant's body. The first blind man said, "An elephant is like a pillar, magnificent and tall." This blind man had only touched its leg. The second blind man said, "An elephant is like a husking basket, rough and scratchy." This blind man had only touched its ears. The third blind man said, "An elephant is like mashed potatoes from the school lunch line. Mushy and pasty and steaming hot." This man had only touched the elephant's fumit. What is fumit? Well, it's another word for something that rhymes with goop? Anyways, as the men argued, the wise king calmed them down, saying, "In any given moment of time, you would each be right, but in the big picture, you would all be wrong." Now, how does this wise king fit into our high school lives? Well, let's just look at the royalty of Cinco Ranch High School. If the king were a physics lord, like Mr. Richard, he would tell us, you can't just interpret light as a particle, because light is both a wave and a quantum of matter and a particle at the same time. If the king were a biology princess like Mrs. Wagner, he might tell us, you can't just look at the mitochondria as an organelle, because the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, an endosymbiotic organism, and an organelle at the same time. If the king were an AP literature duchess like Mrs. Shank, he might tell us, you can interpret whatever you want, however you want. I don't care, you're still getting a 64. Fortunately, I survived 4 years of Cinco English, so I can confidently offer my own interpretation of this story. The story of the blind man and the elephant shows us the importance of living life large, the importance of asking questions, the importance of embracing new experiences, be they magnificent, be they rough, and yes, be they even a little bit pasty. When we first arrived at Cinco, we were blind, fumbling our way around the school. As freshmen, we wandered maze-like hallways, asking for directions to the rotunda. We got roasted for actually using our lockers. We pretended to mouth lyrics to the Alma Mater that we didn't know at pep rallies and football games, at least remembering to throw our hands up at the last Hail Cinco Ranch. But today, with pomp and circumstance playing as we walk, diplomas almost in hand, it seems we finally figured it out. Or have we? Okay, it's time to address the real elephant in the room. We're about to break away from the herd, packing our trunks to leave behind Cinco's warmth. What now? Where do we go from here? Now, I'm no home access center, but I can tell you, it's not gonna be pleasant. We're all about to step into some serious elephant fumit. Again, we're about to find ourselves in the dark, literally this time, because we're about to find out what happens when we forget to pay the electricity bills. We won't have time to waste spinning fidget spinners or obsessing over string cheese and whether to bite it or string it. When washing our own clothes, it may take a couple pink and white shirts to figure out how to sort our colors. When we forget to take our 50-cent ramen off the stove, we're gonna wish we had fire drills every 6 weeks. We're about to run into heffalumps and poachers, because in the real world, there aren't any assistant principals and counselors and security guards to protect us. In other words, we're about to learn how to sit down, be humble. But this should excite us, because only when we directly experience all that life has to offer can we fully appreciate what life is. Soon, we're all about to go our separate ways. zigzagging through this three-ring circus of life. Some of us will become writers and mad scientists. Some of us will become elephant veterinarians. Some of us will become tightrope walkers, juggling flaming bowling pins while swallowing swords. Kind of like Mr. Cross. Some of us will become lion tamers, cracking the whip at cougars for being a couple minutes late. Kind of like our dedicated tardy station monitors. Some of us will become circus clowns, running around and honking our noses, spraying water through lapel flowers just to make people laugh. Kind of like Mr. Dietrich. Regardless of what path we choose, let's question everything we see or think we see. Let us not make hasty generalizations, judging people of different coats and colors, be they red donkeys or blue elephants. Let us take risks, lots of them. As Mrs. Peffley taught us when she made us eat insects, when we try new things, we learn new things. Let's be the change, whether that's working to improve our environment, our schools, or our society. Because in the words of the Lorax, nothing's gonna get better unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot. Most of us have no idea which arena we'll end up in. But if we step back just a little bit, we'll find our future coming into greater focus. Because one thing is for sure. We, the Cinco Ranch High School class of 2017, have the foundation needed to succeed. Recall how we approached life with dignity, support, and respect. Recall how we came together to support Mr. T as he and his family were going through difficult times. Recall how our hearts beat together as we mourned the loss of a Cinco Ranch family member. Recall how we held hands, fearlessly walking from Katy ISD schools to stand with our teachers. Recall how today we've all come together one last time to create one final memory, unified in our gratitude towards grandmas and grandpas, brothers and sisters, friends and family. Gratitude towards those who've given so much to make our own skin tough as hide, while in the process, making theirs become gray and wrinkled. That's you, Mom and Dad. Thinking of how far we've come, I'm not blind to seeing how much we've grown and how bright our future looks. In fact, I think I can capture the essence of that future in a selfie. Or rather, because I myself wouldn't be up here without all of you, an us-fee or a we-fee. Fellow graduates, live a bold, wide, adventurous, daring, extraordinary life, because we, the class of 2017, are unstoppable. Thank you and congratulations.
Okay, we have our choir coming up. Quick announcement as they approach. If you didn't know this, we're experiencing a thunderstorm at this time, and if we were to have a power outage, the emergency generator will restore power quickly. So just remain seated and calm, and we'll get the power going so we can get through the graduation ceremony. So I'm going to invite Miss Lawrence to the podium at this time.
Awesome job to our salutatorian and valedictorian. Today, the seniors are celebrating the completion of their high school career and heading off in new directions with great excitement and anticipation. To commemorate today and tomorrow, the class of 2017 has chosen for their song, September, by Earth, Wind, and Fire, as a time to remember their time together, their friendships they formed, and the memories that were made during their time at Cinco Ranch. Cinco Ranch High School Bravo, under the direction of Miss Dorothy Wilson, will now perform September.
Remember the 21st night of September, lovers changing their minds, pretenders, while chasing the clouds away. Our hearts were ringing in the key that our souls were singing, as we danced in the night. Remember how the stars stole the night away.
Thank you, Bravo. It was beautiful. That song kind of took me back. If anybody here is old enough to think about junior high going skating on a Friday night, anybody remember? Anybody? Oh, thank you. Okay, I was hoping I wasn't alone. I was waiting for a couple skate, Dr. Hint. All right, it is my privilege to stand before you and say good afternoon to our graduates, of course, to family, friends, and our honored guests. Every year I have the privilege of standing here and addressing our graduating class, and every year I attempt to send what I hope is a personal message to these young ladies and gentlemen sitting in the audience, because I always feel like they deserve to have something special said to them. So I'm going to share a story with you this afternoon. A couple of months ago, I was invited into Mr. Reed's creative writing class to participate in Fun Fiction Friday. Try saying that 3 times fast. And on Fridays, Mr. Reed students can either write an original poem or a story or share their thoughts on an authored poem or novel. So several students that day had read original pieces, which I was extremely impressed by, I might add. They were clever and funny and satirical and thoughtful, pretty much like the students sitting here before me. When Mr. Reed invited me into Fun Fiction Friday, he said I could write something original or I could bring something with me. Well, to be honest, writing poetry is not my gift. I'm not exactly a novelist either. So, as you might imagine, I brought a novel with me. But not just any novel. It happened to be my favorite novel, The Catcher in the Rye. And many of you may be familiar with this classic piece of literature. Don't worry, I'm not going to do a book review. After all, school's finished, right? We're done, except I hope that learning never stops. So if you'll bear with me for just a moment, I want to tell you about the brief section that I chose to read to the students that day. So there's a part in a novel where Holden, who is about 16 years old and the main character of the book, is talking to his 10-year-old sister Phoebe. And the main theme of the novel is this main character, Holden, this young man, he's mourning the loss of innocence from childhood. And he kind of sees himself as a protector of the young. And so in the novel, he recites a line from a poem to his sister. It goes something like this. If a body catch a body coming through the rye, he goes on to tell her that he keeps picturing all these little kids playing some game in this big field of rye and all. Thousands of little kids, and nobody's around. Nobody big, I mean, except me. And I'm standing on the edge of some crazy cliff. What I have to do, I have to catch everybody if they start to go over the cliff. If they're running and they don't look where they're going and I have to come out from somewhere and catch them, that's all I do all day. I'd just be the catcher in the rye and all. I know it's crazy, but that's the only thing I'd like to be. So I finished reading that passage in class that day, and I looked around the room at all the students and their teacher, and it hit me that this book that I'd read as a young man, and again as a much older man, brought something new and profound my way. I, like Holden, as crazy as it sounded, wanted to be a catcher in the rye. That's all I'd do all day. It hit me all of a sudden. It's what I've tried to do the last 25 years or so as a teacher, coach, and principal. I kind of picked a career that was perfect for doing this. I wanted to protect and keep kids, even the older ones, because they need protecting too, from falling off the edge of that rye field when they weren't looking where they were going. And even when they were looking and simply finding the joy in playing, I wanted to be there to watch them play and grow. Graduates, my hope for you is that you felt like you've had classmates, teammates, friends, teachers, and maybe even a principal who has been your catcher in the rye sometime throughout your years at Cinco Ranch. And more importantly, I hope that you have been your classmates, teammates, or friends' catcher in the rye. I have no doubt that you're prepared to go out into the world and achieve great things. Your vision statement that was read a few minutes ago says that very clearly. But while you're achieving those great things, never lose sight of the words you so eloquently chose to use. We expect our graduating class will boldly say they have done what they love as they innovate and seek answers to the unknown, break barriers, inspire others, and leave their footprint in this world. That mark, seniors, is left by the kindness you showed to those around you. That's what changes the world. And that's what makes you the Cinco Ranch graduating class of 2017. Congratulations, seniors. Now we're getting to the good part. So at this time, I would like to welcome Dr. Hent Ford to conduct the certification of the seniors.
All right, Mr. Cross, you certainly are the catcher in the rye, no doubt about it. Well, it is my privilege. Graduates, are you ready? All right, well, here we go. By the authority vested in me by the state of Texas and the Katy ISD Board of Trustees, I do hereby certify that all individuals seated before us today have met or exceeded the requirements to participate in this graduation ceremony. And it is my pleasure to now declare you official candidates for graduation of Cinco Ranch High School. Congratulations. Now I'm going to ask that you please prepare yourselves to receive your diplomas. You may move your tassels from the left to the right. And the first row. Would the first row please stand and approach the stage?
Jae-Won No. Katya Alexander Valkamp. Jan Felix Felipe Abellera. Maria Reyes Abia Biteo Boturu. Mohanand Abdelkander Abatuk. Roba Bassam Abusawe. Isaac J. Acevedo. Kirsten Elizabeth Adams. Shana Beth Adkins. Jack Andrew Ayire. Mohammed M. Ajour. Maj J. Alaboudi. Isabella Louise Alanis. Madeline Grace Albert. Paola Alcantara. Lama Yahya Alhamawe. Eunice Aliyadi. Shaher Sufyan Al-Niswan. Caleb Alpire. Najib Sayed Jamal Al-Rifai. Sarah Martina Alvarez. Nebany Selena Alvarez Fleming. Nora Elizabeth Alviano. Rahul Anand. Shaylee Nicole Anaya. Clark Icahn Andrews. Kristen Danielle Anguiano. Rachel Stratton Appleman. Angelica Yarib Ariza Rios. Joya Syed Atala. Osama Mazen Atia. Tyler Wayne Austin. David Emmanuel Ayala. Xander Sovan Ayur. Tyler Christian Babish. Noboru Bai. Kelsey Elizabeth Bailey. Linnea Quayne Baker. Deptanu Bandiopadai. Kevin Blake Banky. Arlette Alejandra Banuelos Villalobos. Joseph Alexander Baralt. Marcus Sergio Bardaggi. Mohid Abdul Bari. Aaron James Bernard. Joshua Tyreek Barr. Ashlyn Marie Barrera. Elizabeth Renee Barron. Courtney Morgan Bass. Brian Basulto. Megan Grace Baxter. Lyndon Lee Baer. Madison Page Baer. Helen Savage Bayless. Jessica Renee Bazzi. Addison Christopher Beal. Christopher Ryan Behrens. Shay Bekiri. Taylor Ruth Ann Berard. Edward Bernal Veron. Madison Isabel Bim. Cameron Grace Burke. Rachel Marie Bierkus. Jean Marie Blackwell. Thomas Andrew Bland. Amanda Caitlin Bondi. Tolly Dan Bordeaux. Francesco Bornicelli. Gabriella Elizabeth Borrego. Lauren Elizabeth Bounds. Robin Lee Bowden. Alex Nicole Bowles. Caleb Bryant Box. Dylan Parker Boyd. Gabrielle Myra Boyle. Connor Hayden Bratton. Luke Richard Bradford. Blake Allen Bradley. Lillian Ray Bravenek. Jared Stephen Bray. Wesley Shaw Bro. Brandon Lee Brewer. Garrison Douglas Brewer. Mary Elizabeth Broder. Colin Avery Brong. Callista Renee Broom. Garrett James Broussard. Jawan William Brown. Lauren Taylor Brown. Savannah Ray Brown. Stephen Daniel Brown. Tajon Brown Jordan. Who? Ethan Buck. Jonathan Buckingham. Juliana Marie Budenbaum. Nicholas Wyshawn Bui. Logan Austin Burke. Matthew Anthony Burleson. Mason James Burmeister. Benjamin Victor Butler. Rachel Suzanne Bynum. Victoria Alejandro Caballero Hernandez. Guion Christer Talavera Cabato. Maria Salom Cadavid. Joel Richard Calhoun. Sabrina Celeste Caminos. Antonio Francesca Salvatore Canada. Paulina Cardenas Saldivar. Ryan David Carden. Thomas Cole Carpenter. Graciela Aurora Carrasco. Madeleine Carretero Gonzalez. Adriana Janelle Casilla. Maria Alessandro Castagnetti Leal. Noah Alec Castillo. Cynthia Castillo Capellera. Bennett Scott Catlett. Tyler Thomas Cushy. Eric Ivan Ceballos. Amon Chander. John Watson Chandler III. Valerie Nicole Chastain. Kiefer William Chaudhry. Sajaval Irfan Chaudhry. Joanne Abigail Chavali. Bianca Renee Chavez. Julia Marcel Chesnick. Sunanda Shreya Chilakuri. Ann Toms Chirail. Nalanjan Chowdhury. Matthew Thomas Christnocht. Sebastian Cifuentes. Olivia Monet Clare. Garrett James Clancy. Kyle Matthew Clarkson. Jake Allen Klein. Nicholas Edward Coburn. Evan Alexander Graham Colea. Leonardo George Urnau Collier. Alexa Brooks Collins. Isaias Coles Sabala. Craig Douglas Comstock Jr. Maximilian John Conacher. Cale Jeffrey Conrad. Brandon Nicholas Contreras. Ethan Avery Cook. Jalen Christopher Cook. Amira Inam Cooks. Caroline K. Cooley. Andrina Coronado. Heather Nina Marie Cotton. Kristen Joseph Courtois. Glenn Elliott Cowand. Samuel Alexander Crabb. Cameron Walker Crockett. Zachary Wayne Crowell. Damaris Celeste Cruz. Jose Manuel Cruz. Alicia Yareri Cruz Portillo. Alejandro Siskowitz. Jason John Tan Quachon. Carlos David Cuartas. Kevin Robert Curd. Sydney Nicole Daniel. Weston Storm Daniel. Vivian Wynn Dow. Elizabeth Motonreo Dare. Diego de Faria Correa Dowd. Julian Lee Davila. Cody Lee Davis. Grace Alexandra Davis. Jacob Wayne Davis. Victoria Lee Davis. Nicholas Alexander DeBeer. Aishani De. Gabriela De Leon. Brendan James Deckelman. Dalton James DeFreitas. Emma Louise DeGraff. Zachary Colby Delfish. Zachary Tyler Delgado. Wen Shao Deng. Colin James Dennison. Angelina Marie DeRose. Otis T. Desai. Giovanni Christopher Diaz. Richard Bronson Dittemore. Morgan Pamela Dixon.
Nadina Dejensik. Catherine Tanvi Doan. Maxia Yetla Davoma. Veronica Ruth Dominguez. Basil Ring Gao Dominic. Sarah Elizabeth Douglas. Caitlin Elizabeth Dowden. Matthew Allen Doobie. Danielle Nicole Duffett. Ryan Michael Dyson. David William Edelman. Jalyn K. Edwards. Eliel Osihadaru Ehimari. Ifosa Nathan M. Hoenma. Harrison David Ike. Zena Maya Wissam El-Haj. Mohammed Ahmed El-Sharif. Benjamin David Erickson. Wamik Urshad. Gabriela Alejandra Escalon. Megan Elizabeth Esch. Kathleen Michelle Escobar. Eileen Adrena Esparza. Sofia Espitia Barrios. Jason Byron Ewell. Genevieve Chiameka Ezarike. Brianna Jane Fa. William Scott Fales Jr. Hannah Grace Fallon. Mohammed Mustafa Farhan. Margaret Allison Farr. Caitlin Fatsura. Andrew Neville Fernandez. Kenneth Aaron Fernandez. Andre Campana Ferreira. Zachary Alphonse Ferry. Nicholas Jordan Fielden. Brianna Nicole Finley. Kinsley Savannah Fisher. Leslie Ann Fitzhenry. John Anthony Flores Ceballos. Damaris Fabiana Flores Escalante. Isaiah Jamal Flowers Simmons. Drew Todd Floyd. Katy Lee Floyd. Sarah Mackenzie Foreman. Jack Chambliss Foster. Danielle Franco. Avery Ruth Frank. Alec Nathaniel Friend. Jared Allen Gaines. Brendan Payton Gallagher. Alex Michael Gannon. April Renee Garcia. Eric Eduardo Garcia. Megan Ann Garcia. Marissa Lynn Garcia. Gabby Paola Garcia Flores. Carla Valeria Garcia Ruiz. Dylan Edward Gardner. Sean Scott Gardner. Dylan Andrew Garnett. Hannah Elise Garza. Caitlin Riley Garza. Garrett Hunter Gaspard. Daniel Brian Gaw. Mina Romani Tharwat Garwajios. Aiden Roy Gedamy. Andrew Lawrence Real Gang. Haley Ton Gang. Samuel Hendry Gibbons. Jason Robert Gilcrease. Jackson Eric Gillard. Victoria Bryn Galuli. Celia Nicole Glass. Hannah Marie Goggins. Nicholas Andrew Gonzalez. Brandon Andre Gonzalez. Fabian Jesus Gonzalez. Jennifer Therese Gonzalez. Caitlin Elizabeth Gonzalez. Megan Lee Goodlett. Jordan Allen Goodridge. Blake Landry Gordon. Brian Augusto Golden. Jenny Grace Gower. Jacob Darwin Grable. Emily Grace Grinnell. Brittany Tiffany Grimm. Andrea Nicole Grochecki Gomez. Nicole Elizabeth Gross. Rachel Michelle Gross. Zachary Alexander Guess. Orion Darwin Williams. Michael Briggs Guillaume. Arshia Gupta. Nicholas Alexander Guzak. Gabriela Guzman. Colton Prescott Haas. Daniel Hafiz. Natalie Brooke Hagan. Tristan Matthew Hall. Sarah Kyoko Halverson. Christian Antonio Leon Hamilton. Ronald Gabrielle Harkin. Thomas Bradley Harmon. Lauren Miranda Harmon. Matthew Kamal Harris. Thomas Jacob Harrison. Alicia Monet Hart. Atik Yasser Hassan. Alejandro Manuel Hassoun. Caitlin Hannah Hauser. Annabelle Elizabeth Hemphill. Rachel Sarah Henderson. Haley Francis Henry. Alexander Thomas Herman. Kimberly Hernandez. Margarita Lynn Hernandez. Sasha Yvette Hernandez. Jared Sebastian Hidalgo. Stephen Todd Higginbotham. Joshua Amin Himmelfarb. Sabrina Claire Hodgins. Kendall Sandra Hollow. Amber Kate Holmberg. Hannah Holvik. Brandon Michael Homan. Hannah Riley Horcha. Anna Cecilia Hawes Gonzalez. Kyle Jacob Holz. Christopher Jason Hung. Katrina Grace Hunter. Jillian Ella Hunter. Omar Tyrese Hunter. Shimar Tariq Hunter. Casey Leroy Hutchins. Rem Etchowitz. Iomide Damilala Ifase. Ojenerukwe Nicholas Inakori. Samara Urshad. Austin William Eshe. Marco Antonio Jaimes Carbajal. Sha Ra Zhang. Maddie Marie Jansen. Jacob Robert Jensen. Jenny Shawan Jang. Joshua Cole Giral. Samuel Paul Jobco. Desmond Ajua Johnson. Keone Sherelle Johnson. Cameron Wesley Johnston. Hunter Marion Fly Jones. Olivia Kelly Jones. William Robert Jones. Hunter Blake Jordan. Melanie Elaine Joseph. Hannah Alyssa Joy. Austin Ryan Kalmus. Hunter Lewis Kalmus. Waleed A. Kanan. Noor Sal Karoni. Reese Jensen Kemp. Chase Brandon Kendig. Michelle Renee Caget. Meherina Khan. Allison Faith Kim. Megan Kimberly Kinney. Clayton Rush Kinzel. Austin Taylor Kirby. Cade Andrew Kaiser. James Ryan Klingler. William Miles Knight. Carly Morgan Knott. Nicholas Kaczynski. Blair Elizabeth Kepke. Casey Ross Koger. John Henry Conkey. Martin Kong. Anna Koshikawa. Claire Elizabeth Kryling. Kaylee Ashton Kubina. Yash Kulkarni. Vijay Kumar. John Kuahara. Daphne Susanna Langford. Maria Jose Laranaga. Robert Hervey Lau. Cecily Victoria Lazaro. Kevin Hoon Min Viet Lee. Samantha Hu Lee. Hannah Catherine LeBlanc. Catherine Virginia Lechner.
Christina Lee. Eugene Lee. Keough Min Lee. Mackenzie Marie Lee. Mandy Nicole Lee. Nicole Ariel Lennon. Brett Daniel Leonard. Jackson Cade Laribius. Nicole Ruth Levi. Caesar Jezreel Ligo Lenez. Michael Liang. Guilherme Arujo Lima. Guard Apso Lintjorn. Caitlin Marie Little. Julie Christina Liu. Kaylee Glenn Long. Patricia Lopez Sabasco. Jackson Thomas Love. Samuel Tristan Loveday. William Matthew Lyle. Eileen Yelena Lynch. Jackson Thomas Mabry. Nicholas Slayman Machado. Rory Callan McLeod. Trisha Neha Madaven. Paul Joseph Mahon. Colton Jacob Mandel. Shalina Menon. Connor Lee Manning. Kelly Nicole Manning. Savannah Alexis Markham. Macy Ray Markwell. Dylan Austin Martinez. Ellie Alexandra Martinez. Catherine Elaine Martinez. Vincent Alexander Martinez. Annabelle Grace Martino. Gabriela Virginia Mata. Faith Maria Matheson. Benjamin Thomas Mathismeyer. Sahil Mauji. Camille Elise McAnally. John Trent McComas. Mia Lexi McFarland. Morven Mackay. Joshua James McKenna. Isabel Joy McKernan. Madeline Talbot Clark McCowan. Amy Hannah McLaughlin. Noah Robert McMichael. Argenis Rafael Medina Valdez. Daniela Jose Melar Aguilar. Mark Kevin Melanson. Matthew Danny Mendoza. Chase Edward Mersman. Zachary Rossi Mersman. Sophia Ann Messler. Charlie David Mesa Serrano. Bing Chang Miao. Kaylin Michelle Mahalik. Aubrey Wayne Milzeric. Alexander James Millen. Bailey Nicole Miller. Jacob Michael Miller. Michelle Elise Miller. Rhiannon Elise Miller. Maylee Jane Mills. Mackenzie Jewel Moffley. Taylor Malin Mohammed. Alejandro Stefano Manji. Eleanor McLean Monk. Viviana Montemayor. Nicholas Montenegro. Tyler Mackenzie Moon. Jessica Ashley Moore. Tyler Lee Moore. Victoria Nicole Moore. Alicia Mizuki Morales. Jesus Augusto Moreno. William Hunter Morrison. Ariana Jeanette Morrow. Catherine Jane Mick. Andrew Willem Mueller. Cameron Paul Muller. Natalia Munoz. Alia Imran Munshi. Aria Marie Lerdian. Reagan Grace Merle. Bushra Musafar. Kelsey Grace Myers. Jeff Dylan Echeverry Nacino. Sahan Saruz Nagapur. Maria Milagros Nepal. Sophia Naranjo. Sydney Omar Jamil Nazarella. Bryant Lee Nash. Evan Michael Nash. Gabriela Susana Natter Rodriguez. Natalie Glorianne Nesbitt Collins. Shawn Bow, no. Taylor, no. Tiffany, no. Caitlin Tui Thing Nguyen. Jennifer Wen. Quang Vin Wen. Tristan Wen. Brooke Ann Nicholson. Isabel Patricia Nielsen. Caitlin Antoinette Notice. Denisha Wabweze. Reagan Julia Ayler. Eunji Emily O. Rebecca Ojeda. Omatoki Omatoso. Kalichi Kelly Oyanwani. Sebastian Oriana. Justin Matthew Aurelian. Arlene Chantel Orozco. Michael Damian Ortega. Valentina Ortiz Cabal. Adria Bree Osborne. Tatiana Lachey Owens. Reed Dalton Page. Michael Victor Matiezo Palazzolo. Emily Sophia Palmer. Dawson Cole Palomar. Manav Pandey. Christopher Michael Pappas. Frederick Murray Charles Parse. Audrey Suzanne Parker. Michael Dylan Ray Parker. Noah Michael Perry. Amol Melin Patel. Andres Felipe Pai Rojas. Carlos Luis Paz Nunez. Luis Alberto Paz Nunez. Robert Gabriel Pedigo. Elizabeth May Perigo. Sabrina Elena Pereira. Enrique Alexis Perez. Jorge Raul Perez. Lauren Elizabeth Perez. Mariana Celeste Perez. Salma Jade Perez. Anika Revon Perro. Angelica Sophia Perry. Ottavio Anthony Peruzzi. Uche Peter Azorgi. Jenna Jean Petracci. Kaylee Lynn Pham. Cameron Ramon Phelps. Anna Ruth Pigeon. Desmond Walter Pierce. Grace Elizabeth Pierce. Reed Aaron Pearson. Juliana Ray Pina. Valentina Pinzon Gutierrez. Jermaine Neal Pipkins Jr. Emma Catherine Pitcock. Carla Paola Ponce de Leon. Dawson Tyler Pope. Brandon Michael Postlethwaite. Omid Alexander Porgatajby. Andrea Paola Prius. Ethan Kyle Primo. Skylar Mackenzie Provost. Ivan Puche. Taymor Kadir. Sky Zeta Quintero. Carlos Oman Quinteros. Logan Scott Quiring. Carlos Aaron Quiroa. Aisha Binte Rabi. Natalie Catherine Reagan. Hamza Raja. Cherith Rajiva. Videsh Raman. Vignesh Raman. Ryan Daniel Ramirez. Michael Miles Ramsey. Abigail Grace Randall. Jacob Lee Randolph. Zafir Mohammed Rashid. Madison Elizabeth Ratcliffe. Jonah Emil Rayo Valencio. Manor Raza. Austin Lane Record. Lauren Elizabeth Record. Callie Renee Reed. Lindsay Nicole Reese. Taylor Lane Register. Madison Jean Ryle. Nicholas Austin Reamer. Eliana Gabriela Reyes. Lauren Simone Richardson. Jada Elise Richmond. Zachary Sears Ryder.
Gabriela Milagros Rincon. Ava Grace Rindernecht. Sydney Paige Rindernecht. Jonathan Francis Ring. Francis Omar Rivera. Mary Carmen Rivera Atencio. Jasmine Patricia Rivera Galliano. Dennis Grant Roberts. Alexander Joseph Robbins. Jacqueline Nicole Rodriguez. Caitlin Ellie Rodriguez. Eleni Altigrazia Rodriguez Menon. Gabriela de Valle Rodriguez Adon. David Felipe Rodriguez Pineda. Gracie Elizabeth Rogers. Jamie Rogers. Lance Michael Rogers. Maria del Mar Rojas Cabrera. Max Eduardo Romero. Colin Matthew Isaac Rosales. Christian Ricardo Rossi. Matthew Gregory Robotham. Zaire Edward Rowe. Logan Batcher Rosebone. Justin Lawrence Reevy. Santiago Ruiz. Lindsay Blake Rutherford. Faith Alexandra Rutledge. Alejandra Sassoud. Isabella Ceballos Musa. Maya Sakib Zadabaya. Adriana Antonetta Salazar. Diego Inocente Salazar. Amanda Riley Salvidar. Brandon Zachary Sanders. Mercer Coleman Sanger. Madison Brooke Santiago. Wesley Ken Santiago. Bianca Gabriel Santos. Nicholas Petros Serendides. Saya Sato. Lucas Timothy Shower. Nicholas Philip Shearer. Josephine May Leek Scheider. Rachel Lindsay Sherman. Sebastian Andre Schmidt. Tegan Nicole Schmidt. Klaus Andre Schulman. Jamie Suzanne Scherg. Matthew Austin Schumann. Glenn Robert Scott. Jordan Alexander Scott. Andres Alejandro Cejas. Tegan Leanne Settle. Haley Anne-Marie Sewell. Yassine Abbas Shabir. Manushi Nirman Shah. Nirmit Shah. Nithya Priya Shankar. Ashley Shade Sharp. Samantha Jo Shaw. Miriam Mamdou Shebel. Samaya Mamdou Shebel. Yahya Mamdou Shebel. Ashley Madison Shelton. Samuel Joseph Shenoy. Abanub Shanada. Sarah Elizabeth Shepard. Joshua Greg Ship. Tyler Paul Schoaf. Alina Scovin Shatka. Lorenzo Rafael Saboro. And Elise Silva. Colton Balmer Simmons. Mason Patrick Sipes. Finley John Alexander Slavin. Elizabeth Ellen Smith. Nicholas Gary Smith. Samantha Lee Smith. Carrington Grace Smurl. Miguel David Sabarzo. Brett Markle Sobolik. Abigail Denise Soika. Ashish Gadam Sonde. Emily Ko Song. Gabriana Brianne Sparks. Erin Nicole Spicer. John Patrick Spilger. Michael Jeffrey Sporkin. Abhishek Sharinivas. Kyra Stadelman. Jack Nicholas Stanley. Camille Elizabeth Stanton. Brian Timothy Steinberg. Kiera Caradette Stewart. Kyrie Octavia Stewart. Brian Michael Stokes. Sydney Marine Stone. Zachary Stoneburner. Michaela Ann Strome. Brittany Ann Stujenski. Dylan Elena Suarez. Alonzo Sassim Soule Bouguet. Madeline Faye Swift. Adafalayan Taiwo. Zoe Renee Talamentis. Levi Lane Talley. Alex Wee Hong Tan. Jamie Liang Tan. Evelyn Tang. Gabriela Maria Tarnowski. Gregory Adam Tarnowski. Ryan Van Taylor. Thomas Richard Taylor. Caitlin Mackenzie Thrash. Crystal Tin. Klon Stephen Tolson. Winston Eugene Tollett. Bianca Nicole Toquica. Anthony Roberto Torres. Oscar Camarino Torres III. Victoria Stephanie Torres. Karis Joy Torres. Dylan Tyler Tran. Tiana Lucia Trevino. Rebecca Reza Truby. Diana Taeyun Trong. Liam Oscar Ung. Nanette Herbez. Mayor Sierra Valaru. Laura Sofia Vargas Duque. Sebastian Velasquez. Axel Angel Vera. Caitlin Renee Versiliano. Paul Andrew Vigil Jr. Camilo Villa. Diego Villanueva. Lauren Alexa Villarreal. Axel Virgin. Benita Christina Viswasan. Dan Ko Jonathan Vo. Christina Lauren Vogelsang. Aliana Vostrikova. Chase Edward Wagner. Sarah Marie Wagner. Aisha Wahid. Dean Ferris Walkabout. Adam Harriet Walsh. Connor Joseph Walsh. Henry Meteor Wang. Justin Shanyao Wang. Douglas Charles Ward. Michael Wayne Warnock. Sarah Wasim. Emma Kate Wasson. Ariana Naomi Watkins. Maggie Ann Welch. Sabrina Nicole Wells. Hodis Katya Berg. Morgan James Wharton. Davis Graham White. Robert Nathaniel Wiles. Austin Douglas Willie. Gregory Anthony Williams. Jared Tyler Williams. Emily Carol Wilms. Christina Wong. Hayden Lee Woolen. Alyssa Shuang Wu. Chet Shu. Yancheng Shu. Ling Yu Yan. Mackenzie K. Yancey. Alex Yee. Sandra Yu. Tiffany Cheng Yu. Alec E. Zafe. Alexa Ann Zarbos. Alresta Zena Linasa. Michael Riley Zeller. Mayu Zhang. Peter Yonghan Zhao. Zilong Zong. Sarah Yuka Kimizuka Zimmerly. Jose Manuel Zogby.
All right, we're getting close, graduates. It is my honor to introduce Kendall Hollow, who will deliver our closing remarks.
Well, we finally graduated. So, graduates, we have the potential to follow our dreams and do whatever we set our minds to. Our school's faculty and staff, family, and friends have helped create a foundation for us to go forward into our future with confidence and strength. Cherish every memory and friendship you've made, and don't forget all the lessons you've learned here at Cinco Ranch High School. I wish all of us the best of luck in our new journey of life. Congratulations, class of 2017.
All right, graduates, the moments you've been waiting for. It is my privilege. You may throw your caps.